rope you into a what's more likely, but you are going to be sitting in this chair in a few Fridays from now, so just get you ready. Brockman asked me one before. I'd love to ask your thoughts. Who's more likely to sign first? Is it Brock Purdy or Micah Parsons?
I would say it's Brock Purdy because my understanding is the 49ers are just simply much further along in the Brock Purdy process. They've had negotiations. They have gone back and forth. It does not sound like anything is imminent or even close right now with Brock Purdy. The question is just where should those numbers be? Even last year in a down year where everybody was hurt, he didn't have McCaffrey, Ayuk tears his ACL, Debo was banged up, Kittle was banged up. I mean, they had all kinds of challenges here. He was still, if you look at the advanced metrics, Brock Purdy in a lot of categories was still like a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. And when Kyle Shanahan, who let it be known, did not die by Sunday, when he says, I want Brock Purdy to be here as long as I'm the coach, and he's that good with quarterbacks, that should tell you something about how highly he values him. Is that a $60 million a year deal? I would not think this is Brock Purdy coming in, well off of that number. The salary cap has grown since Dak Prescott signed his contract. Purdy has the numbers. He's got the public support of the franchise. It just seems like this one could move faster. Whereas with Micah Parsons, not that it can't get done. I know there's been stuff floating around. We talked about on Super Bowl Sunday the fact there have been internal conversations going back to last year about whether or not it was the right thing to extend Micah Parsons at the top of the market, a market that only has grown by a significant amount since then, or whether or not it was the right thing to trade him for, a boatload of picks and reshape the roster. From everything I've gathered in the last 24 hours, there's nothing to trade discussions at this point. It does not sound like that's the plan with Micah Parsons. But when it comes to doing, big contracts, nothing in Dallas tends to move particularly quickly here. And now all of a sudden, instead of figuring out, are we right to be paying Micah Parsons $35 million a year? Now it's, are we right to paying Micah Parsons $41 million a year or more, depending how long this lasts, because TJ Watt's up for a new deal. Aiden Hutchinson is up for a new deal. The market could continue to move, Rich, in the coming months, depending how proactive teams want to be. The Cowboys have not been a proactive team, to say the least. We'll see if that changes with Micah Parsons in the coming days and weeks here. But I would certainly tell you, the last thing that Brian Schottenheimer or Matt Eberflus or anybody's going to want to be dealing with is a holdout that goes into training camp like CeeDee Lamb last year. It was tremendously distracting for the team. It played a role in why the rhythm and timing and tempo in the passing game was not where it needed to be. Micah plays a different position. There's probably less of that goes into it. But still, going out to Oxnard and spending 6 weeks answering questions about what's going on with Micah Parsons, that's not how you want to get a new regime off on the right foot. So we'll see whether or not the Cowboys are willing to actually advance this and try to move at a speed that they've not moved in recent years.
Oh, snap. Well, hello, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally, and I mean literally, does not work. Shout out to Roland's Review, the first lady in the place. How you doing tonight? Roland's Review. I see Jeff Lee looking for boobies. There's Karen. What's up, Karen? How are you doing tonight? We got Karen in the house. We got Chris May. What's up, Chris May? Dem Boys Kicks. Welcome, Josh Garcia. Dirty Sanchez. And I want you guys, I got a text message from Tony Boo. Tony Boo said he has not been in here, which is true. I've not seen Tony Boo. Shout out to Tony Boo, who purchased one of the bricks for our brick walkway, historic walkway and things. Shout out to him. But basically, he's been in the hospital paralyzed. He is getting out. He's got movement in his arms and beginning to get movement in his legs, and we want to keep him in our thoughts and our prayers for a speedy recovery. And, I appreciate everybody with the thoughts and prayers for me and my wife and her family and everything else. We really and truly appreciate it. So let's get on to the madness that is the offseason. This has just been a crazy offseason for the Cowboys. What's interesting is the Dallas Cowboys have now signed 10 free agents that are not their own. That's literally the most that they've done in forever. in 2021, after the disaster season that defense was, and Dan Quinn getting here, we only signed 7 at this point. We got 10. Now, a little tad bit here that's kind of interesting to piggyback off of what we just saw on Rich Eisen's show. Momo in the house. What's up, Momo? He will be 16-1 this year. Hail to, oh, my God.
Oh, shit! Oh, shit!
Jaden Daniels. You know, there is something out there, Momo. I know you're figuring that your guy is not going to have it happen, but there's a thing called the sophomore slump. And it's a real thing. Because, see, here's what I'm going to tell you. Lovely Linda in the house. What's up, Linda? How are you doing tonight? Derek Young in here. How are you doing? There's a thing called the sophomore slump, and it is real. And see, here's what happens. Right now, it's not only free agent frenzy where your staff is out there, looking at free agents and looking at the draft picks and stuff like that. It's defensive coordinators and their coaches going through all the film and all the tapes and finding tendencies. See, you had the benefit of your guy being a rookie and not having a book out on him. But what's going to happen is they're going to put a book out on him. C.J. Stroud, everybody thought he was going to be, oh, my God, C.J. Stroud is incredible. Oh, yeah, we used to have Eastside Herald in here before he insulted me and my daughter and things. Yeah, but he took a step back. I'm not saying he's not still great, but he wasn't the same guy. I love weed. Man, you know what? I thought about you today. I love weed when I was reading Micah Parsons going through and talking about, I don't drink, I don't smoke. And I started going, what do you do? Don't drink, don't smoke. He's a goody two-shoes, okay? Yeah, the song was way before Micah's time. Be that as it may, I'm sorry. I've kind of lost my mind here. But here's an interesting tad bit for those 49er fans that that have finally come back and started emailing me and stuff because they're like, yeah, Brock Purdy, he's going to take a team-friendly deal. Well, I'm going to have to say it doesn't sound like that. If Brock Purdy's expecting Dak Prescott money, which I'm not convinced he is, then I'm allowing him and his agent to seek a trade and find an NFL team that's willing to pay him $60 million per year. Wow.
Oh, shit! Oh, shit!
But that's what the rumors are, is that they are looking, that they and the San Francisco 49ers understand that he's going to be looking for Dak Prescott type money. So, what you going to do, 49ers? What you going to do? And I came across, now I have to say this with they say salt over your shoulder. I'm going to say like a block of salt over my shoulder because this is pro football talk, okay? Pro football. So we know how that goes. But I hadn't seen this article till this evening. And this is Micah Parsons says that $40 million annually would make him the happiest man alive.
Oh, shit! Oh, shit!
Let me go into it a little bit here. Cowboys defensive end Micah Parsons is optimistic about getting a long-term deal with the team. The question is, when? Clarence Hill of the All City Dallas reports the Cowboys have yet to have real talks with Parsons' agents. David Magenta. Okay, I can't pronounce it. Okay? I can't pronounce it right. But it's from Athletes First, okay? He's the president. Not just a client, he's the player president. Though a deal could come together quickly if both sides are motivated. Parsons says Thursday he was uncertain about not having a long-term agreement yet. He was unconcerned about not having a long-term agreement yet, adding he has spoken with owner Jerry Jones and executive vice president Stephen Jones around the team facility. It's coming along well, Parsons said via Hill. Parsons said late last season that he didn't need $40 million annually, but since then, Browns edge rusher Myles Garrett and Bengals wide receiver Jamar Chase have reset the market for quarterbacks at more than $40 million. Parsons is expected to get to top the $40.25 million year average per Chase. Parsons acknowledged on Thursday that $40 million is real for him. Gina Dallas Diva, what's up? This is the part that's really kind of okay. I just played the last couple of years on a 2 and 3 million. Parsons said, I think if I had 40 million, I'd be the happiest man alive. You go from playing the league rookie minimum and getting a big of a jump like that, I think anybody would be happy. Parsons played in the last season for a base salary of $2.9 million and scheduled to play on 25 at 24.7. He sent a special message on social media Friday negotiating a big deal for Panthers quarterbacks J.C. Horns and Derek Stingley Jr. So you understand, his agent is top of the market. Some of the best agents don't have the best interest for him, Parsons said. Wake up. Dave Magenta has showed it time and time again. It's sad that some of you players are getting violated by teams by lack of decency and effort by their agents. So, no, Parsons isn't taking a home team discount. With 4 Pro Bowls, 2 All-Pro citations, and 52.5 sacks in 4 seasons, he's earned an extension that makes him the highest paid in the league. So, thoughts, people? What do you think? Does Micah Parsons, if it's me right now, I'm the Dallas Cowboys. When you hear that T.J. Watt and Aiden Hutchinson and all these other guys are up to get paid again, we're in the same spot we were last year with CeeDee Lamb. Now, CeeDee Lamb's, now that Jamar Chase has gotten 40.25, doesn't sound quite as bad. But I have to say, had it been for 31, it would have sounded freaking incredible. Lola. What's up, Lola? How are you doing tonight? I am just getting back into the swing of things. In fact, this is the first Friday night live stream that I've had in a while, so I appreciate everybody. Cowboys could have had Micah for $33 million. He was a rookie the same time Devontae. Well, you got to pull. You're pulling the scab off right now. Why you got to pull the scab off, Linda? Now I'm bleeding again. Aisha Robinson in the house. Front office does love to overpay. You got that right. Here's where it's interesting. Another one of these pieces here. So when Micah was drafted in 2021, Trevor Lawrence was number 1. Zach Wilson was number 2. Trey Lance was number 3. Kyle Pitts, who may be on the trade block draft day. Just saying, Kyle Pitts. And DMV, I don't mean to throw you under the bus, but I know you were like, we got to trade up for Kyle Pitts, man. He's generational. Okay. Jamar Chase, who just got paid. Okay. Penny Sewell, Jalen Waddle, J.C. Horn, Patrick Surtain, Devontae Smith, and Justin Fields. All of them got another contract. Micah Parsons is the only one on that list that has it. That's freaking insane. It's insane. There are no words to describe how far behind we are.
The whim of a madman. I like that.
Other than that, we're at control of a whim of a madman. That's insane that you've got that we're sitting here, that he is still literally sitting here waiting to get paid. And he kind of addressed, because, you've got the dirtying of Micah Parsons right now. I love weed. Have you been? Yeah, I love weed. Where you been, man? You been sparking up someplace else, my man? The Giants just signed Jameis Winston. Congratulations, Aisha Robinson, on that. He has thrown 30 TDs in one season with 30 interceptions. So I'm not going to make fun of that because that's pretty good. Those butt jokes are dead. Try something new, people. Don't make me have to pull out the clip, Momo. Momo, don't make me. Those jokes will never be dead. You got the left hand up and Momo's ass out. Left hand up. Who are we? Momo with his ass out. You got anything to add to that, Momo? Okay. Moving right along with some more of the Micah Parsons drama, okay? All right? Because we've also got everybody out there, the Cowboys should trade Micah Parsons. He's a distraction. We got, of course, D-Law, who literally threw Micah Parsons and the Dallas Cowboys under the bus, and everybody's like, see, it's a culture problem there in Dallas. You see, there's a locker room problem. Well, I did yesterday a video where I was reading the riot act to Micah Parsons. Oh, I was so upset. Oh, Micah Parsons. I couldn't believe what he was doing last night. I couldn't believe it. He was doing a charity event.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
A charity event. Instead of working on being the best edge rusher in football. Instead of focusing in on being that guy, he was out bowling to raise money. And the worst part about it was he was dragging his teammates there, creating bad habits for them and the coaches and players from other teams. And to make matters even worse, he literally wrote a check to Osa Indigazua's charity and talked about it. That's happening this weekend. Can you believe a selfish guy like that spends all his time doing podcasts and it's just a failure on the field, that he's literally out here just living it up at a bowling alley raising money for his charity? So I did that sarcastically. And the funniest thing is, when I read my comments, it's literally people that just want to troll. That literally just want to troll. That it's gotten to the point where they actually send me emails where they tell me that I'm unemployed, homeless, pathetic loser, that I'm wasting my time on YouTube. You know what's kind of interesting? To those haters out there right now, those people who say you're unemployed, I don't know if people understand that YouTube is actually a job. Ask Mr. Beast. That it actually takes work and stones to be here taking shit. Oh, Momo, I'm too sexy for my shirt. Who was it that sang that song? He was a one-hit wonder. I'm too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy for my shirt. So sexy, it hurts. Okay. All right. Well, is 40 million really team friendly? Is 40 million really team friendly? I'm not sure that one exactly is team friendly. They don't like to go backwards. No hate, just facts. Okay, you know what? I was saving it for an Eagle fan. I was saving it for the Eagle fans when they came in to talk trash. But I saw this, and I thought this was actually pretty cool. And maybe, just maybe, I need to put this in and then just record it. But let's take a look at this.
I've eaten a lot of raccoon.
Oops, wrong
Yes,
one.
yes. The answer is yes.
No, that was
And I've eaten it. I've eaten it hunting. I've actually had it served by my mom at the table.
that's not what I meant. Sorry, push the wrong button. It's this one. So here we go. Look at this. Look at this. This is the official Super Bowl trophy count. I don't know why they put a trophy on top of all these guys, because they don't have any. All the teams that have never, ever held up a Super Bowl trophy. But let's go on. Holly Pierce, welcome, Holly. Damn. Look at this. Look at, they talk about us not going to the NFC Championship game. But damn. Wow. Oh, there's the Eagles. 2. Okay. 2. Nice job, Eagles. Congratulations. Wow. It's a long list, isn't it? Oh, man. Look, the next level, next tier, the Commanders with the left hand up with 3. I was trying to save it for the Eagles. I was trying to save it for the Eagles trolls, but somebody pissed me off. Look at the Giants with 4. With the Giants with the Green Bay Packers. That seems like an oxymoron, doesn't it? Oh, there it is. There it is. Cowboys and 49ers. And at 6. We're only one away. We're only one away. You know what? I'm going to say Momo. Hey, Momo. Parsons is an attention hound. He put that info out about the bowling alley to give checks as attention. Fuck out of here. You know what? The fact that he's actually doing... You know how you get people to support a charity foundation, Momo? You don't keep it secret. You tell people about it. And see, you know what, Momo? I'm okay, Momo, see, I hate when people do this kind of shit to me. But I'm going to tell you the power of an NFL player. The power of an NFL player. See, I can talk to a kid till I'm blue in the face and say, you should get an education or you should get a skill in things. You shouldn't drop out of school. And they're going to look at me like, look at you, fool. Why am I going to listen to your old crusty ass? Screw you. I know what I'm going to do. Man, I'm going to be a YouTuber. I'm going to be a YouTuber. And I'm going to be like, bro. You do realize that of the 60 million YouTube channels out there, son, that only 12% of them ever get monetized? 12%. 12%. And I'm like, man, that's good. Man, you don't know what you're talking about, man. I'm going to be the next Mr. Beast. I can tell a kid that. But see, I was fortunate enough because my wife worked at United Way. And one of the reasons why I love Calais Campbell and would really love to have him on the Dallas Cowboys is because I know his person. See, Nnamdi Asomugha, I know you Eagle fans don't like Nnamdi Asomugha, but see, that's another guy that actually does good in the community. Didn't work out for you with the Eagles. Sorry, glad he took money from you. I'm always happy when somebody does. Drew in the house. What's up, Drew? Yes, I'm talking about your team. And I'm actually trying to bitch slap Momo here. But see, NFL players, what United Way did with Nnamdi and Calais Campbell was they went to, in Alexandria, Virginia, to houses where they had kids that were dropping out of school. They knocked on the door. Hello, I'm Nnamdi Asomugha. I'm an NFL player. And I want to talk to you about staying at school. The power, those kids' ears perk up. What? What? That's the power of an NFL player. And so he's using his power for good. You understand that? And you're going to literally condemn him because, oh, he just talked about doing his, event. No, he's doing his event, and the check that he gave was to another player who's doing his event to raise money to help others. And you literally going to go through and try and say that that's a bad thing, as opposed to what others are out there doing. Like Pac-Man Jones in Vegas spending $1 million in a weekend making it fucking rain. Right? Right? See, this is for you, Momo. Because, Momo, you're like Slep Rock now. You hate everything. Oh, woe is me. I'm not going to watch the Combine. I'm not going to watch the Super Bowl. It's too commercial. Bro, do you like anything? Anything. Man, I don't like the left hand up song. That's retarded. Man, I don't like Leo. I mean, not Leo. Excuse me. Damn. Why can't I think of his name? He's one of my damn kids. The YouTuber, the Commanders. He cusses a lot and all that stuff. I dare you to bring me out. Hey, bro, listen. If you're coming out the closet, don't look for me to help you come out. You do you, bro. You do you. But listen, as far as you said, he's an attention seeker. We all have our vices. My vices is, and I can say, Mike, I'm with you, bro. Because, you could say Mark Holmes can't do any construction work because his ass is on YouTube Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. He wakes up in the morning and he does a video. He does a video at the end of the day in front of a fire pit doing a video. And in between, he does 2, 4, 8, 15 videos. That mother humper has literally done live streams that have been 12 hours. This mother humper has literally had a colonoscopy where he just woke up and the doctor squeezed his butt cheeks and got a big and grabs his phone to tell people to make sure they get his colonoscopy. You could say, Mark Holmes, that doing YouTube is a distraction for everything that he does in life. Everything. Because he's doing it all the time instead of being the best husband or being a great carpenter or being a great chef. That YouTube is getting in the way of those things. You can say that about me because I do spend a lot of time here in front of the camera for your entertainment. You can't say that about Micah Parsons doing one podcast one day a week. Here's what he said. And I love this, Momo. I love this about the way he put it. And he was talking to you, bro. He was talking to you. Everyone has their section of how they want to deal with things. And I have to say that YouTube is a great release for me. When we went through the pandemic, and I'm used to having people all the way around, you guys were my therapy. You guys have seen me at my best, and you have seen me at my worst. And you guys are the way that I deal with life. I can joke about things that happen with me and Miss Tracy, you know? I can be sad about losing people. I can be pissed off with you guys that our team stinks. This is my section that he's talking about. Some people drink. Well, I've done a little bit of that on here too. Some people smoke. I love weed. Pass the Dutchie from the left. I like to tweet. I like to be active and know about ball. I like to know what everybody else is doing. And that's just me. I don't drink. I don't smoke. What do you do? Don't drink, don't smoke. What do you do? Okay. Sorry. Flashback. This happens when you get old. You get old. What I care about is the effort you give me on the football field. And that's something you cannot question, Momo. You cannot question that. Because I tell you what, I'll take Micah Parsons over anybody that you have on your team, on that defense, that doesn't have a podcast. How about that? I know I'm one of the best players, and as long as I am performing that way, it shouldn't matter. When you jump off sides on the goal line, is it because I'm tweeting? I think it's ridiculous and outrageous. $100% right. 100% right. There's guys out there who, as we sit here right now, we're at the club getting tipsy, wasting all their money. There are guys that this offseason will be drinking and driving. There'll be guys out there who will have domestic violence. There are guys, you guys remember when there was, I think it was a Raider player or something like that, who was literally butt naked, stoned out of his mind in a hotel and jumped through a window? You remember that kind of shit? You remember that kind of shit? There are guys out there that are going to be making more baby mamas on top of the 10 that they already have. There's going to be fools out there that will drink, drive, and run over and kill people. There's going to be fools out there that will be racing down the street and cause multiple accidents. And the only person we talk about distractions is a guy that does a podcast. Are we really, when you think about that, are we really condemning a guy for doing a podcast? Is that podcast any more than doing a commercial? Doing ads? Mark, I guarantee he will not have the year he has in the past. So you're telling me that this will be an anomaly because every year he's had at least 12 sacks there, bro. See, Momo, why don't you just admit it? Just go ahead and say it. I'm jealous and I hate Micah Parsons. I hate him, I hate him, I hate him. Go ahead, go ahead. Go ahead. Momo, you told me to help you come out the closet. I hate him, I hate him, I hate him, I hate him. Just say that. Just do it like that. Come, Momo, you'll feel so much better. I hate him, I hate him, I hate him. Quentin, we all do. We all do. You know what's funny? Shout out to Thomas Garrett. Thomas, I was going through and I had a Facebook memory. You know, Facebook takes you a stroll down memory lane on the 19th, 2 days ago. And I was doing a membership live stream. And on that membership live stream, I don't know if it was 2 years ago or 4 years ago, but you said something so profane. You said Cowboys need to get off there, because it was on the 19th of whatever year it was. Cowboys need to get off their ass and go out there and get Bobby Wagner. Momo, I want him to do better too. And you know the best way to help him do better? In the same way, I want Dak Prescott to do better. You know the best way to make them better is what your team is actually trying to do right now for your quarterback. Instead of kicking back and saying, nah, we don't need anybody else, you're actually going out to try and get more talent. When you look across the board, let's be real here, Momo. When you look across, because you're always talking, well, Micah sucks at stopping the run and this, that, and the other. Yeah, I have to say the whole team sucks at stopping the run. And when I looked across at that defense that we were putting out there, there is nobody out on that defense that takes any attention away from Micah Parsons. There is nobody out there that literally deserved to get double teamed to take the pressure off Micah Parsons. Teams understood, we stop Micah Parsons, we gonna blow up. The game is over. And that is a fact. It's not like the Eagles defense that's got big boys in the middle, big, fat, nasty, ugly son bitches in the middle of the defense that can push the pocket back, that literally has the quarterback pissing in his pants because they're right there in his face, 350-pound ugly mother humpers that are about ready to fall on their knees, that you've got to take the running back and he's got to help out in there, that you have another guy on the other side that puts fear in too, who can get to the quarterback. It's one guy. It's one guy. And people sit here and think, well, Micah Parsons can get the sacks and stop the runs all by himself without having anybody else there. That, my friends, is bullshit. It's bullshit. Take a look at the Doomsday defense. Was it just Ed Too Tall Jones? Was it? No. That defense was loaded across the board, man. You had Ed Too Tall Jones. You had Harvey Martin on the other side. You had Randy White, the manster, in there. You got linebackers like Hollywood Henderson and Bob Brunick and stuff. You had D-backs and stuff like Emerson Walls and things. Come on, man. We keep having this thing. You get one player who's great, and all of a sudden, oh, we suck. He's not doing enough. Come on, man. Drew, Mark, Mike doesn't have a signature game. Not one. You know what? I'll give you that one. But when you can have multiple games, multiple sacks, this is where the Cowboys, instead of saying, we got one great player, we're good, is you compliment that player, bro. Don't come in and hate on my guy because your team is actually doing the right thing. Your team went through with Jalen freaking Hurts and said, you know, he is really a great running back quarterback. What can we do to maximize his talent and make him more effective? Momo, you can't be a one-trick pony. You're right. You can't be a one-trick pony by yourself. Can't. But I dare say there's been some teams that have had great pass rushers that aren't good against the run that have been successful. The reason being is They understood how to maximize that talent. If you have a guy who is great at getting sacks, give me 11 guys like that on the defense. I'm good. Fine. I can look across the board and say, there's not another player on that defense that was half what Micah Parsons was. Half, Eddie. Half. I can say Osa is a great pass rusher too, but he's not exactly a great run stopper. I can look and say D-Law is a great run stopper, but he wasn't a great pass rusher. Very rarely do you have a player that is exceptional in multiple things. Either they're pretty good at two things or they're great at one thing. Micah Parsons is a great rushing passer. I'm good with that. I'm good with saying, as a defensive coordinator, your job is to get on the quarterback's ass. That's the only thing I want you to worry about. And then I'm going to go through and I'm going to get me some mean son bitches on the defensive line that can cover for his lack of being able to stop the run. As opposed to defensive linemen that are back there with the safeties. Marcus McFarland, shout out to you. You are 100% right, because these mother humpers up in here hating, they're doing the real hating tonight. You know, they are literally.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, real hating, man, that's like an art form, man. You know, it's like you like a born a hater, you know, like myself, man. You know, a lot of cats think they hate, but, man, I mean, I'm mad at everything, man. You know, brother got a nice car, man. Why you got a car, man? I only got one car. Why you got 3 cars or a wife or all that, man? That's played out, man. I hate on it till he's totally broke and ain't got nothing like me. You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, that's what real hating is all about, man.
Well, I tell you what, Drew. Jalen Carter's not an edge rusher. But you put Jalen Carter and Micah Parsons on defense together. And that's what I'm talking about. Jalen Carter also benefits from the other players around him. He makes them better, and they make him better too. It's never just one guy. Contrary to what you mother humpers think. It's not true. So, moving on a little bit. Eagles are top dogs, no hate. You're at the top right now. We'll see if you are this time next year. It's a brand new season, and nothing is guaranteed, Drew. Nothing. Okay? San Francisco was in the Super Bowl the year before. How'd that work out for them the next year?
Oh, shit!
I'm going to still go through and say no team has repeated in the NFC since you guys did in 2002, 3, and 4. And that includes 3 Super Bowl winning teams. So let's see if you guys are the ones to do it. I'm betting that you don't. I want old man. Oh, man. I love weed, man. Pass the Dutchie, man. Pass the Dutchie. That's where I put that there. You know me. We're here. We're here. I'd put him on our defensive line right now. He is as good, if not better, than everybody else you got right now, even at soon to be 39 years old. Mark, we will sweep you. Okay, Drew. All right, Drew. Bro, you're getting a little ahead of yourself here, man. You know, you might want to reserve some of that energy for as the season goes on. So, interesting thing here. A couple interesting things here as we move on a little bit is, have you noticed how receivers that we don't want, other people want? That Michael Gallup is back and he's going to Washington, where interestingly enough, Noah Brown was last year. Isn't that kind of crazy? Doesn't that kind of blow you away? Now, Michael Gallup, you in the Giants league, dog. Drew, let me say, Drew, God, you Eagle fans, just literally, just take all the oxygen out the damn room. You can't even have a show without you freaking cockroaches in here just bloviating and just distracting me. You said what you said, but what you have to say is, nobody cares, Drew. Nobody cares. And that's it. I'm not going to address you anymore tonight. Momo, keep your pants on. I'm not addressing you anymore tonight. I've got lovely, beautiful fans in here, like Aisha Robinson, like Lola Cowboys, like Gina Dallas Diva here. I got my people like Dirty Sanchez here, who's ready to clown and do some nasty shit and all that. And I'm wasting my time on you freaking trolls. I got Holly Pierce in here. And I'm wasting my time on you, Drew. Why am I doing that? Because you're so fucking annoying. Jeez. And I love weed, man. I could be just like, smoking a blunt and stuff. Instead, I'm arguing with you. And there's no arguing with you. There's no arguing with you. Because you're just a freaking idiot. Jeez. Shout out to Michael Gallup. I remember Uncle Phil talking about Michael Gallup. He was having conversations with him and stuff, and he would say Uncle Phil, because that's what everybody refers to him as, is Uncle Phil. But he had, I don't know if it were psychological doubts about his leg or if they were actually physical, because he never really felt 100% on the knee. And maybe for him, being out for a year, getting his mind right, having everything, more time with the leg and stuff, that he felt better with it. And maybe he should have sat out last year instead of signing with the Raiders like he did. And now he feels comfortable with them. I wish him the best of luck and so on, except when he plays against the Cowboys. Because he is a nice guy. I actually met him in Atlanta because he was doing like a PSA giving back in charity. No, Momo, he wasn't announcing it. United Way was. Cooper DeJean, oh, Lordy, here we go. Okay, let me do this one more time real quick, since I tell you what, Drew, this is for you, buddy. Here we go. Keep watching, Drew. Okay, Momo. But you know what, Momo? Guess who has the highest pressure rate percentage? By 1.5% more than the next guy. Here it comes, Eagles. Here it comes. There you go, Eagles. With your two. You're in there with that group of two, buddy. You're there. Damn. That's a lot of teams that are stuck at number 2. Oh, wait. You mean the Commanders with the left hand up have more rings than them Eagles? Holy shit.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
There's the Giants. You mean the Giants have twice the Super Bowls that you guys do? Drew and Danny? Oh shit. Well, damn. Well, damn. There you go. How about that? The New York Giants have twice the Super Bowls that you have, Drew. Damn. Damn. The New York stinking Giants. We the ones. Hurts still got a ring for that. And I got you. You got 2 Super Bowls in 8 years. How about we got 3 and 4? Ward family. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Money, 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 money.
Damn. Shout out to Ward family. Damn, buddy. He's out there. You know, Ward family is doing a thankless job. When you see trains derail and it's in your neighborhood, he's the one that's taking care of that shit. Shout out to him. I appreciate it. Damn. It's been a long time since I've seen a pink one like that. Shit. Damn. Appreciate it. Mark, I am not trolling. Oh, my God. Okay. All right. You know what? I know at least one of you two mother humpers, either the Eagles or Washington are going to crash and burn next year. Maybe both. And when you do, I'm going to be right here. I'm going to be right here. Okay? Right here. George, call me when you get the NFC Championship game. Oh, Lordy. Ken, if your mama's... Oh, man. Keith, your mama's crotch is dusty. Ooh.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Damn, Dirty Sanchez. Cowboys are going to win 6 Super Bowl rings next year. Okay, Ken, I'm not ready to do that one. I'm not ready to say that one. I'm not putting that into the universe right now. I'm not having that clip come back and bite me in the ass. Right now, I will say that the Cowboys. You know what? Screw you, Drew. Screw you, Momo, because it's almost 10 o'clock and I didn't get into the shit I wanted to. Dallas is definitely going to crash. Mark, like the only Eagles fan is me. Lola, did he say? Pink super chats, man. Pink super chats. Oh, God. I just can't with you guys tonight. I just can't. Quinn Warner, Mark, Eagles fan, GM shops, Nordstrom, Cowboys GM, the dollar store. Okay, we know we start shop at the dollar store, but the Cowboys you know what? I will say this much about the shopping that they've been doing. I think they've actually done a decent job, as long as they're not finished. But the Cowboys had a lot of needs. You can't go out and get 2 or 3 guys and say we're done and we're good. They had a lot of holes to fill, especially on the defense. You know, after letting go Dante Fowler and Dorrance Armstrong, after, hoping on Sam Williams and him getting injured, Marshawn Nealon, losing D-Law, and Jordan Lewis, they had a lot of positions that they needed to go ahead and fill. And we still have other ones to fill. Hopefully, we're able to get some playmakers in the draft in running back and wide receiver. I'm still kind of hoping that we make a major move. I would love to see something crazy like the Cowboys just say, you know what? We're going to take our 2nd-round pick, and we're going to offer it to the Miami Dolphins for Tyreek Hill. They're a team that's rebuilding. Tyreek wants out of there. That 2nd-round pick is a high 2nd-round pick. Yes, we still have holes to fill, Sugar Daddy. There's lots of holes to fill. Wow, bro. Ain't nobody bowing down to you and the Philadelphia Eagles. Bro, it's just a Super Bowl. It's just a Super Bowl. You weren't knighted king of the country or anything. That we are all your servants. Linda, I think you wait until roster all filled before predictions. Yeah, I agree with you on that one. I agree 100%. Dante Fowler with no Quinn. Will he ball out without him? I think he can. I think, I think our defense, the thing I like about the free agents that we've gotten is the team is younger. D-Law has not been 100% healthy for years. He's been missing time left and right, and he's getting long in the tooth. And when you look at the free agents we brought in, we've got some guys with stuff to prove, and literally guys that are fighting for their NFL futures, be it on the Cowboys or be it elsewhere. This is an opportunity where it's a contract year for everybody but Solomon Thomas. If I perform, I can get invited back by the Cowboys, or I can go out in free agency and I can make a whole lot of money. That's the way I look at that. Would it be nice to go ahead and get some guys? So a lot of the guys that we've been talking about are named players. Okay, because, Cooper Kupp, I'll be honest with you, I like the idea of Cooper Kupp, but you don't know what Cooper Kupp is. Is Cooper Kupp going to be like the guy who was in 21, closer to that guy? Or is it going to be more like Odell Beckham Jr. after the Rams Super Bowl and being off for a year, recovering from knee surgery? Odell really wasn't the same guy. When he was in Miami, it was kind of like, meh. I mean, you had Tyreek Hill over there getting all the attention. He's not making any hay. And the same might be said for Stephon Diggs. Because Stephon Diggs be like Michael Gallup and not ready to start a season. Do you want to invest $15 million in either of those guys and say they may not be much better than what we have in Jalen Tolbert? I'm just saying. Sometimes you end up getting, and Washington knows about this, they made the best decision they thought out there when they brought in Albert Hainsworth, a dude coming off of like 59 tackles combined and 8 sacks, interior defensive lineman. They said, oh my God, this guy's a stud, but he was coming off a contract year. He signs a $100 million deal with Washington. And hey, I got paid now. Shit, I ain't got to do a damn thing. I can literally lay my ass on the ground and let Michael Vick run circles around me because I don't give a fuck. I got paid. You just don't know. And we don't know about this coaching staff. But I do know this much. This coaching staff is making a difference in the people who want to come here and some of the talent. And we're going to have to wait and see. When we talk about the schedule, we look at the schedule and say, oh my God, this schedule is going to be brutal. You don't really know. Because that's based on last year's teams. San Francisco went from being in the penthouse to the outhouse real quick. The Cowboys went from being in the penthouse to the outhouse real quick. Half of those teams that were playoff teams this year will not be the next year. It's just the way it is. The Eagles did not spend much on free agency, and we can do it and draft and build. Yeah, I have to agree with that. They couldn't. Scott Reed, I'm glad you love the show, bro. It seemed like it was me literally fending off the Wolves, Drew and Momo from the Commanders and the Eagles. I still can't believe that we now have to worry about Commanders with the left hand up. 10 wins top. That's if Dak stays healthy. Yeah, well, we already know who the opponents will be. We know who we're playing, and our house or their house. It's just we don't know how it lays out, but you can already look and say we got some tough opponents that are coming up. Anyway, good people, let me say this is the first Friday night live stream that we've had since my father-in-law passed, and I appreciate you guys being here and being part of the show, and I appreciate all you guys do to make sure I do what I do, and keep the faith. Who knows? Maybe the Cowboys are just beginning to right the ship. It could happen. It could happen.
The party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.